I'm Alex.
And I'm Teddy.
And we are
The Button Mappers.
Hey, the Button Mappers. Welcome to Button Mappers, the show where we fucking map out shit, and we're the Button Mappers.
Aw, well, don't take it so harshly. This is about our third time trying to record the map out for Ukulele. It seems like the forces of nature are against us.
I don't think you understand how much
I know.
how much
I'm
effort
well aware, and
I put into the intros.
You do. I commend you on your effort for the intros. But I definitely want us to do this as a team. We are a great team, Alex and Teddy, because we are the Button Mappers. Plus,
gotta go fast.
Ah! Oh, shit. Who's that?
It's a wizard.
No,
it's me, Sonic.
Spencer, your Sonic voice is fucking amazing.
Is it?
Yes, I love it.
That's one of those rare talents I do not want to have.
No, if you're on the Button Mappers, you do.
Okay. Well,
because it's a good talent.
It's like a key to get featured in every video.
just I sneak in a little Sonic impression.
I don't know, though. I feel kind of threatened because that's kind of like impeding on my job here.
To be the Sonic guy?
Yeah, to be the Sonic guy.
Well, today, luckily, we're not talking about Sonic. Or else, not a shot in hell I'd be here. We're
God
talking
forbid Alex ever let you.
Yeah. Banned from anything Sonic related. So today we're going to...
I would just be like, yeah, so man, Sonic Adventure, you'd be like...
Suck! Today we're going to slow down a little bit, huh? Instead of speed up.
We're slowing down. We're going around. we're in town because it's Yooka Brown.
You are an amazing rapper. You have balls. You have balls.
Is that like a detective?
Have you ever watched Jackie Brown? Like Quentin Tarantino's Jackie Brown. I want to do like a version of that movie, but with Yooka Brown. Ukulele. Guys, it's late, and I've had beer, and I was ready to do this episode like an hour and a half ago.
It's okay. This is the best one yet.
I think we're all just tired and deprived on sleep.
I kind of want to play Yooka Brown now. I don't know what that would entail, but it sounds great.
Gotta love the Yooka Brown.
It's film noir. It's a classic from the back in the days. You can find it on Netflix.
Coming this fall, Yooka Brown. Oh God, guys!
Ukulele.
So yeah, ukulele.
It's a game for a console. 3 consoles, maybe 4 if you count the PC.
Sorry, guys. Okay, I'm good.
Okay.
This was a spiritual successor. You could say a Banjo 3.
You could say a Banjo 3.
I did not make that up. 3. I saw that somewhere.
Uh-huh.
Stop reading shit online, Spencer. No one cares.
No one gives a shit about it.
Shit, was it a BuzzFeed article? I don't give a shit.
BuzzFeed calls it Yooka 3. It's in the vein of like a Banjo-Kazooie or an N64 platform.
If you got that from BuzzFeed, that's Capital B's doing.
Oh my God, it is! That's an incredible connection.
I hate this tech.
I'm being infiltrated by Capital B.
From the casino.
This is the most disjointed intro to an episode I think we ever had. Sorry.
and scold him. Anyways.
Lord.
Banjo 3E. Where do people come up with this stuff?
You know, the internet. It's a strange place.
All
You know what
right.
else is a strange place? Shipwreck Creek. We call that a segue where I come from.
Is Teddy dead?
I can't. I'm gonna go get some water. You guys see the map out.
All right, so you start out.
Are we keeping this take or what?
Please.
I think it's amazing. Can we just post this as its own video? Like, we try to do the ukulele map out and it just fucking falls apart beneath us.
Let the record show I have continuously tried to steer us in the direction of the map out. I have tried to align us in the correct position, and you keep throwing me off with your capital B, your Yooka Brown.
Someone say... I gotta love Yooka Brown. Someone say you tried to steer us in the right direction, but we ended up in a shipwreck.
So yes, you start. You end up at.
Teddy just fucking left.
You end up at Shipwreck Creek.
I'm in Shipwreck Creek.
Dude, that's where Teddy is right now. And your book is gone. You got to go find it. You're led to Ivory Towers, where your book will eventually be found in the hands of the capable capital B, who is a B.
He is a B.
You, of course, are Ukulele, which Yooka is a lizard. What kind of lizard is he? Like a chameleon or something?
I'm still not really sold that it's a he.
Or is she?
Let me consult. Yooka is...
Asbus.
Yeah, according to BuzzFeed. Okay, according to the Ukulele Wikipedia, the playable characters are Yooka, a male chameleon, and Laylee, a female bat.
I was wrong.
That's according to Wikipedia, though. I think they're also the ones that gave me the line Yooka, or Banjo 3E.
You just sold out Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Well, the game constantly tells you to go to Wikipedia.
Does it?
Yeah, during the quiz questions. I've heard that Spencer doesn't like the quiz questions.
They made me stop playing the first time I tried to beat this game. Could not get past it.
You amateur. You should play the ending of Banjo.
Yeah, by comparison, Jesus, wow, that is a quiz that is going to end all quizzes.
Why would you want to have that in a video game? Maybe we should get to that when we get to that part. Or we can just tackle it now and then not tackle it later.
We could do a reverse map out.
Yeah.
Map in.
So should we talk about Ivory Towers? Not Ivory. I
Well-
almost said Ivory.
Well, did we talk about Shipwreck Creek? Did we even talk about Ukulele?
You were.
We just kinda, like-
I think Spencer did, and we were just kind of disintegrating.
Yeah, I think we should at least get a piece off about it.
Okay.
Alex and I.
Yeah.
Alex, you first.
Ukuleles is a game, a spiritual successor to Banjo, produced by Platonic, made of a bunch of rare
A
employees.
3E, if you will.
Stop.
3E. Starring Yooka Brown. Good Lord. So yes, it was a Kickstarter project that was like meant to bring back the Rareware platformer.
Okay.
And I don't know. That's what I gotta say about that.
Ukulele's my favorite game. It's not my favorite console.
And the game he plays Yooka Brown.
This is gonna be the best map out.
Okay, so in all seriousness, though, we should probably try to map it out.
Yeah, I think we should just go to the map out. How about
Okay.
that? Let's go to Ivory
I think-
Towers.
Do you guys
I
have a
think people
cool
enjoy
map
our
out transition? Like,
Yeah, ready? Are you ready? I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it.
whoa!
So you're going Twilight Zone. I was thinking more like when you open the Grand Tome, it goes like dun 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 dun. Dun.
I just did like a toilet flush sound, so that's all I did.
It's very banjo.
There were toilets in this game.
They didn't do anything
10 out of 10 toilets in the game.
except the eyes. The eyes can possess the toilets. That's the only redeeming factor, which is not a redeeming factor.
Yeah.
So Ukulele is a Rareware style platformer, so it's got to have a pretty simple story, right?
Wrong. No, just kidding.
Wow!
Story.
Oh, okay.
It's just finding the book, right?
And getting the
Yeah, what
pages
is-
out of the book.
What is this book, by the way?
Necronomicon.
Like, why is it so important? Is it?
No, I don't think so.
Is it? Is this the Evil Dead crossover?
No, we
I've
they
played
went
this
over-
game twice, so I'm the expert.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have no idea.
Wow, you just labeled yourself as the ukulele expert.
I don't know. I really don't.
Yeah. It's like it starts up and capital B like sucks all the books from everywhere for some reason. And why exactly? Like bees and books. Like what? So let me talk to you about the bees and the books. So yeah. So like they're like, oh, the book is being taken. Oh shit. Better go get it.
Yeah, it. I'm looking at the story. I'm trying to figure out what that would be, and it seems like the book is basically just a MacGuffin. Because all you do when you find it is you hide it. So we don't really know what's in it.
Yeah. Why is it so important?
I guess that's up to the Yooka universe to explain further.
Anyway, capital B and his company or whatever the hell it's called takes your book. That mean man.
I mean, man. All right, so you storm Ivory Towers to get to it, right?
Well, no.
Well, remember, you got to take it slow because this isn't Sonic. So
Yeah,
you enjoy
slow-
a nice stroll
Spencer,
on the way
slow
to the
down.
Ivory.
Okay.
As you
Shipwreck-
stop and take some selfies, ching, ukulele selfie, hashtag
Yuka Brown.
Yooka Brown, November 10th, 2019.
Yuka Brown was born.
Shipwreck Creek in the background.
3E.
3E, like literally 3 and letter
Shipwreck
E.
Cove. So they live in a pirate ship.
So you live in a pirate ship?
Over the sea.
Right? Like how? Like
Ukulele.
they stop. So they live in a pirate ship in Shipwreck Cove, right? And that's where you start the game.
Do they live in it, or did they just end up there? It's really...
Questions. Yeah.
I think they live in it because, like, I mean, spoiler alert here. You get the book back, and like at the end, they're like, "I'm gonna go hide this book," and they're like having a party at the pirate ship. So I take it as like that's where they live.
Are they husband and wife?
Stop. Okay, it does stop. Shipwreck Cove.
Creek.
Creek. Jackie, Yuka Brown. You start off and you start from Shipwreck Creek and you work your way to the Ivory Towers through a tutorial section.
Yes.
What else happens here?
I think you meet somebody before you go into Ivory Towers.
It's your boy, Trouser,
Boom.
coming in with the lick dash.
The
Can I just point out that his name's Trouser and he's a snake?
Like a trouser snake.
Oh, I got it wrong. It's lick lash. I think.
Lick lash.
Lick lash.
Because get it? Because Trouser Snake, he's a dick.
I don't.
That's the joke. A trouser snake. It's like a slang term for penis.
He seemed pretty penisy.
I mean, he's a dick in the game. So
Yeah.
He's obviously well protected.
See what tricks he has
So-
up his sleeve.
You also meet
He's
Blasto,
wearing
the
a
most
hat.
important character of the game.
Blasto's just the cannon, right? The mean cannon.
Blasto's the best character in the game.
Why would you say he's the best character in the game?
Oh, you'll find out later.
Oh, I played the game.
Can
I find out
in
now?
the map out. No, in the map out. You can find out later on the map.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. So you do your little fucking tutorial section here, and you work your way to Ivory Towers, which is this game's hub world, right? Would you call it that?
Yeah, I would call it that. It's got a little bit Metroidvania, a little bit Banjo-Kazooie, a little bit rock and roll in it. I really enjoyed it.
And a little bit quack shot.
I don't know about that one.
There's a duck.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll take it. Yeah.
Ivory Towers. How do you guys like the hub?
I enjoy it. I think it's very, as a hub, I think it offers more than a hub in other games. Like, take for example, Grunty's Lair or Peach's Castle or whatever you want to fucking call, like hub world from that generation. Most of them are just like a pretty plain area. Like I think Peach's Castle is kind of interesting because it has some secret areas you can find, but like you're not doing any major platforming or collecting in Peach's Castle, or same thing in Grunty's Lair. You're not doing anything major. But in Ivory Towers, there are some like major sections that do feel like very that feel like they're important to the game, I guess.
It really clicked for me when it got to you get to the 4th and 5th stages, and you kind of get on top of everything and see everything from a bird's eye view. That's when it clicked as like a cohesive hub world for me.
I guess what I liked about the Ivory Towers would be, I guess how intuitive everything is and the pagey challenges. It does require you to think about your movesets and your expanding moveset and about how to use it in applicable situations. There's a couple memorable moments. There's some not so memorable moments. But I just remember, like, as you go to each new world setting before you get into that world, there's something crazy going on with the pages around it. Like the Moody Marsh Maze, like outside of that area, there's a pagey that's rebellious and hops out of a treasure chest and starts skimming across the water. In the area outside of the casino, there's a pagey that's locked inside of like a book factory, and you have to roll bounce the giant books down across each other. There's some fun things that go on outside of the worlds, and while I can't say I like Ivory Towers that much, as by comparison to like Peach's Castle as like a castle, or like I don't know, Spiral Mountain even, or the worlds of Banjo. I like the challenges that accompany it.
Wasn't there like a pagey here that like is in a cage and they're like, why don't you just slide out of the bars?
That happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
This game has good writing, I swear to God.
Very, very you're British, I would say.
Yeah, very, very witty.
Very Monty Python,
Yeah.
which I admire. Which that is the rare way, right? Aren't they? out
Yeah, Rare is British.
Can you guys give me your best pagey impression?
I don't know how it sounds.
I don't remember how they sound either.
Hee ho ho hee ho.
That's it.
Hee ho, a pagey, we will go.
That might be the only voice that I like in the game.
How do you guys feel about the way this game really Ivory Towers really like lays out the entrances to its levels? Like when you find a level.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get the rhyme or reason behind how they did it.
I don't understand, which is something I want to go ahead and put this out here too, because it's people would say it's like the thing they were trying to innovate on. I don't really think they're trying to innovate. I think they're just trying to set themselves apart from Banjo. I don't understand the whole concept of like enhancing the book. You know what I mean? Like you find a new world and it's a book. That's kind of neat, I guess. but then like you go back and you make it bigger. You know what I mean? And it kind of feels kind of useless.
Yeah, that when you bring it up that way, it makes sense. I didn't even think about it that way. I wonder if they did that because you didn't really have much to do with pages or something like that.
But even so, you didn't. The only way that you really needed to expend your jiggies in Banjo-Kazooie, if you want to compare it, is to unlock new worlds. It's not to expand existing worlds. It's almost like a drag because then you have to go back to the same world and then like traverse the same area, just expanded. It's almost a cheap tactic.
Yeah, it's like in my mind, I don't remember the worlds we're going to talk about. I don't remember them in their original short state. I remember them as a whole. So it's kind of like, what was even the point?
And I played this twice. The first time I played it, I was like, whatever. But the second time, I'm like, geez, can I just play the expanded version right now?
I will agree, except for the first world, which we'll go over.
What is the first world?
Oh, are we doing that? Is that a transition?
We're doing it.
Wow! The first world was Tribal Stack Tropics. Rated R.
I wish I knew the music because I would sing it, but I'm gonna just sing a different song.
Can I say that I like the music in this game?
You are correct to enjoy. Yes, it's a good song. I remember it now. Thank you, Teddy.
Take it away.
Anyway,
Yeah, I really like the music in this game.
it's because my boy Grant Kirkhope came back.
Your boy?
To record.
Your
my
boy.
Grant Kirkhope.
He granted you a lot of Kirkhope.
He did the original music for Banjo. He did it for DK64 and a few other games. And he's been around a while. I think one of the last games was actually Mario Rabbids.
Really?
But yeah, he did a soundtrack for that. It's pretty good.
Ooh, you made me excited for that. Okay.
It's a good game. But he returned for this, and he really knows how to make that Banjo-esque music, and just like I could have heard the soundtrack before playing the game and been swayed into thinking they were making a new Banjo game.
Controversial opinion. I think this is probably one of the best levels in the game.
It is the best level in my opinion.
Okay. We'll see how that stacks up.
This is the level that if you're going to say they built a demo of their game, this is the level they would choose.
You know why this stacks up?
Oh, jeez.
Because it's tribal stacks. Can
I be honest?
Yep.
Can I be honest? I'm not super impressed with this level.
Did you like Shovel Knight?
I did. Why was he there?
I don't know. I don't care, but I love it.
I wish he was playable. Yeah, but as in terms of which, I'm gonna go the whole video without saying the A word. We all know what that word is. Don't say it. So, in terms of talking about the level itself, I didn't like the fact that it stuck to the whole grassy theme. You know, it just looks like, to me at least, it looks like it could be the beginning of any platformer game.
I think that's the point, though.
Yeah, but I've played so many damn platformer games.
This is the best music in the game. This is, I don't know if it's the best pagey challenges in the game, but when you come back here after you get the flying ability and you expand the world, there's a decent gravity to this world. This has the Nimbo cloud. It changes the landscape in 3 different ways, which is technically impossible layer, which the whole gimmick of is changing the landscape. In some respects, I think that's more competent than any of the other levels.
It does have a nice verticality. You're right there.
That's why I'm impressed with it. It's not so much about the pages or whatever, but there's really that exploration here, which I think is severely lacking in most of the other worlds.
I do agree there. I think that the exploration and the challenges in this world are excellent. And I think when I first played, I did spend maybe a couple hours just here, just just trying to find everything because I always have just like such a good time. I just think like just based on the way the level looks that it's boring.
I'm gonna fall somewhere in the middle here because I think that it's great, and I like the way that kind of what Teddy was saying, where if the whole world feels really cohesive, and it feels like people or creatures or whatever these horrible, horrifying creatures are, they could actually exist in this world.
Yeah, what is the fridge?
Yeah. So here, I like that there's like a tower here. There's in the distance. There's another like really tall tower, and it looks like a place where things happen, where things could logically continue. There's a lake. There's all these things that are connected, and you can go from one area to the next through a path or seamlessly through some mechanism. That I agree that in other levels, I think it feels very much disconnected. I think it took a lot of pride in building this world.
I like that you could find the one guy in like the pot, and like the more like tribal-y looking area. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, which I mean, and that's going to be a running theme here is that, there are things that are not exclusive to any of these worlds. That bone guy is in every single world. Kartos is in every single world.
Fuck him.
The Ghost Riders, actually, I mean, I think he's okay. The Ghost Riders are in every single world. But I think
Ghost Rider.
I could not figure out what to do with those ghosts. I got like two in every world and couldn't get the rest.
They're funny. The blue one, you have to use your echo powers. The one that has its mouth open, you have to fire the eggs in or whatever they are. They're not eggs. They're like plants.
Oh, okay.
There's another guy that like he looks like a devil. He chases after you. You have to dodge his attacks and then attack him. And then I can't remember the other two. The other one's like fast and runs around. You got to chase him down.
Yeah,
I get what they were trying to do with the Ghost Riders because they were trying to like evolve the concept of the Jinjos, which were just colorful little guys you kind of collected for no reason really. So I understand trying to add a challenge, but also in doing that, I never collected any of the Ghost Riders. I didn't care.
I didn't mind. I thought they were fun. I mean, because I don't really care about the Jinjos. The Jinjos are cool. I guess I like the Jinjos more in 2E. I think there was something cool about the idea of collecting them and like how there are different numbers of certain Jinjos. But the Ghost Riders have personality, and I think that carried with Ukulele's identity into the sequel.
Okay.
So I know Spencer doesn't know the Jinjo lifestyle, but they're basically like these collectible creatures, and then they eventually give you like the equivalent of a Pagey in Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah, like when you hear them, they go, "Hey, hey, oh," and then you get them, it goes, "Jinjo, wee," and whatever, like flies away. Sorry, I slipped in my Mario voice for a second. It like flies away or whatever.
All in all, though, I do like Tribal Stack Tropics, and I especially like it when you open that world up.
I will agree. I couldn't think of the music off the top of my head, but once you started singing it, Teddy, like even before you start going on forever, I did pick up on it. Like right as you started singing, I was like, oh yeah, I know this song, and I can agree that man, it's got a great soundtrack. It's got some really good challenges, like you said, the whole thing with Nimbus. Even though I didn't enjoy the race segment you have to do in this level. I think that kind of sucked. But the thing with like the water kind of changing the world, and there's even like the fun boss with the guy that like throws the things down. You have to like jump over. He's kind of fun to take out. So I do remember having fun with this level. I just think as the first level, they could have made it look a little more unique and kind of would have maybe helped set this game apart from any other platformer.
I was a Kickstarter backer of this game, so I got a Toy Box demo, and it was clearly a demo to this world, but I didn't mind it. This is, I say this word too in several of our videos. It's not the A word, but it's playground, and I feel like this is really the playground for Yooka Laylee's moveset and for you to really figure out how they play in tandem.
What about the boss of this world?
Yeah,
It was
the
good
wall,
enough.
right?
I think. I don't think it was like a standout, but because it was pretty easy. The guy just fires the barrels down the slope, and you have to roll up and then take out his teeth. It might as well be Super Mario Sunshine Eel boss battle evolved.
I think it was funny.
You saying it's easy has triggered me because I had a very difficult time with it.
Oh no, you triggered Spencer.
I've been triggered now. Trigger warning.
Okay.
Anybody listening?
Okay. Well, Spencer, I appreciate and love you and love having you here on this map out. So be at ease, soldier.
No, I tried it. I think like 30 times, legitimately.
I'm curious to hear how you fared in some of these other boss battles.
I did a lot better. I think that and then the final boss are the two that I struggled with. So
Okay. Well, we'll get to it when we get to it. But no, it's no offense taken or anything. I mean, like, I'm not like, no offense, but you know what I mean. I'm not like, not worried about you.
Okay.
I think you'll be all right for the rest of the map.
Okay. I'll try to make it.
Is there anything you guys didn't like about this world? Anything else you guys want to throw out there?
Nah.
I think Teddy touched on it when he said once you get the flying ability, that's probably when you should go back to this world and re-up, as it were.
Did you guys ever get the Knights of Hamelot?
Yes.
I don't remember them on this one. I think I did.
They were there.
Yeah. I remember them in some of the other stages a little more.
Okay.
Oh, isn't there the DN Ray? The only thing I didn't like was the transformation here.
Oh, that thing
Oh,
sucks.
Let's go ahead and talk about the DNA. Of course, they had to try to bring over some stuff from Banjo, and that's what they try to bring over with the transformations. And I don't think they really they did it, but they didn't. They don't have the charm. Like, I don't know what the fuck the scientist lady's called. She's the octopus. But she is not mumbo jumbo, or even the one chick from Tui. What's her name?
Wumbo or something. No,
Yeah,
Wumbo. I don't know.
Chumbo
Something.
Wumbo.
Yeah.
Yeah, more or
Chumbo
less.
Wumbo, yeah. I got knocked down. And I got
Something
up again.
racist,
And then I turned into a plant.
I think that they brought over the concept, but they didn't bring over the charm. And this is the first example of that for me, is the plant. Like, beyond going around and touching the other plants you have to do, like, what else do you do with the plant? Is there a point? Like, do you want to be the plant?
Nah, the termite in Banjo-Kazooie and the Mayan stony guy in Banjo... I'm sorry, I got that backwards. The Mayan stony guy in Banjo-Tooie and the termite in Banjo-Kazooie are way cooler than this damn plant. You get to play kickball as the stony guy.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, the termite lets you kind of walk on like really steep ledges. Like, what does the plant do?
Lets you spore.
Yeah, fucking Spore. I love that game.
Not a game. It's a lifestyle. No, I don't. To get a page. So there's that, and the arcades. I think this is going to be universal for every single world that we touch on, but I don't like a single one of those arcade games.
Oh, Rextro.
Fuck Rextro.
The games are whack.
Yeah, this one you're like in a cart, right? And you have to like race around a track.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's not a single one of them that I think is qualified to be called an arcade game.
Yeah, I feel like they wanted to throw in like mini games because Tui had mini games. But the problem is that Tui's mini games are fun.
Oh yeah.
And
And those are actually solid multiplayer co-op games. You could pull out your N64 with several controllers and invite people over, and it might as well be Mario Party or GoldenEye or like a mixture of the two.
I specifically avoid mini games in all video games because I feel like they're detracting from what I'm really trying to do, which is complete the game as quickly as possible. And when I realized that you could actually get 2 pages from each game, I went back and immediately played all of them all the way through each time. So
But
that's literally
isn't it such bullshit that you could get the high score in the first round and then not get the pagey for the high score until the second time that you play it?
absurdly frustrating, maddening.
Huge oversight. Like that was just like filler to drag out the game.
Yeah.
Speaking of filler, I would kind of take these Rextro games, and it's going to be controversial here, over the Cardos section.
No way!
Yeah, I'm with
fucking-
Spencer on that.
I don't like the Cardos sections. I feel like they tried to bring over the card section from Country, and they failed. The controls are terrible. The camera angles are awful. I can never aim my jumps. I hate these sections.
But they're lenient, and it does have some Donkey Kong Country style jumps.
It's lenient in this level.
No, because they give you some breathing room with all the gems that you have to collect. The only one that I don't like, and we're gonna get to it later. I'm not gonna say any more, but it's not an actual like standard Kartos level.
Oh, then I know
Yes,
what you're talking about.
and but my
Yeah,
battle
Spencer
with the control, my battles with the control started here, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe they won't have me do this ever again. And I was wrong.
But literally did it every time.
What else do you do here? You talk to the fridge, creepy. You talk to Trouser. He gives you new moves. Or he charges you for them.
Yeah, and this one you learn the
Don't give a
sonar
shit.
shot, the slurp shot, and the buddy slam.
Hooray!
I like the slurp shot. It sounds like the greatest slushy of all time.
Sounds like a drink, like an alcoholic drink.
Yeah. Oh, what slurp shot? I don't know. Slurp shot sounds such like a kid's word. Come on, kids, get a slurp shot. Featured in the game, Yooka Brown.
If you kids played Yooka Brown, then you'll love the slurp shot. Oh man.
All right, I think we should move on.
Okay.
I think so.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Let's move on to
My body's ready.
Can I go ahead and just lay out how I feel about this next stage?
Lay it out. Why don't you go ahead and map it out? Yeah, there you go.
Was it called Glitter something Glacier?
Glitter
or something?
glaze
What was it called?
glacier.
I thought you were giving me your feelings. Give me
Glitter
your
glaze-
feelings.
Fuck it!
You didn't like this one?
It's too big.
Huh.
What is it
This
called?
is like glitter glazed donuts or
Glitter
something. What is
glaze
it called?
glacier.
Okay.
It's the it's the requisite ice world in any platformer.
I don't think this world should have existed. It's got some okay segments, I think, and we'll talk about that. But I think this is the one world where, like, whenever I went to collect everything, I was just like, oh my god, like, there's so much ground to cover here. I was bored because, like, there's so much, like, nothingness at some points, you know? And it's like, oh, there's a quill hidden way over here, and there's this thing hidden way over here. Now I gotta look way over here. And I just spent most of my time there not doing the challenges, but just looking for all the fucking things.
I played this game twice, and neither time have I got the DN Ray item to transform.
No?
I don't think so.
The snowplow, right?
yeah.
I think it's the snowplow, but I just haven't found the thing.
I did that.
Yeah, I got the snowplow.
Mr. Plow, right? From
What's the boss in this world?
The boss was inside that castle's like belly.
Oh, it was the isometric thing.
It's the radiator that keeps going up and down on the sides. It's in the isometric castle. Isometric castle. Haha.
I thought. How'd you guys feel about that area?
I didn't mind it.
Isometric.
I thought that was
I
cute.
thought it was a nice change of pace. Remind me of Croc. Although Croc wasn't necessarily isometric, but the layouts kind of reminded me of Croc. Remember Croc?
That to me was a good switch of pace for the world, because the world was a little overwhelming. I don't know. I don't remember much else besides the isometric palace, to be honest.
I remember the snowmen that looked terrifying.
Yeah, you gotta find their hats.
I
Yeah.
swear I found that motherfucker's hat every time, and I'd go up to him and he'd be like, "Hey, my hat blew off," and it's like, "I got it, like it's right here." And he'd be like, every time I'd run it over with my snowplow and then come over and give it to him.
I think this level is an example of them trying to be too big.
Yeah, I agree.
This level should have been a lot smaller. And there's been they've done good snow levels. They did one in Banjo 1. They did one in Banjo 2E. Like, they've done good ice levels. And there's no reason this level should have been this big.
Oh yeah, this is a failed free ZZ Peak. You know,
It's like
they did the thing with the igloos rather, and the bone guy, and it's like you smash the igloos and destroy the enemies, but there's nothing memorable about it.
I would say with this one, though, my one positive, and it ties back into the first level, is it did still feel to me like it was all kind of connected. There were parts that were empty, like a lot of the lake. Like everything's separated by this giant lake, and every part, like outside of it, felt like it was all kind of revolving around that, which I thought was pretty cool. It was kind of tapered off.
Emptiness is what kills me.
A little bit, like it was kind of annoying to travel between, but at least to me, it still felt like they were all kind of part of the same universe, which slowly deteriorated as the levels progressed in this game.
I don't know. I think back, and I think maybe it's just where I tried to collect everything, but like it really soured this level for me. I'm curious to know, like, if I didn't try to collect everything and just did the challenges to get the pages, like, how I would view this level.
Well, when you expand this world, this is one of the few worlds that doesn't like actually expand the environment. It just adds the isometric palace and then a section underground. It literally unlocks them with ice keys, which is a throwback to the banjos of yore, but it's just, it feels empty. The only thing I like is the isometric palace. You know, thinking back to it.
And that's only because it's kind of unique. It's the only thing in the game that does that.
Yeah. It's the highlight.
It's unexpected, and it does isometric well, which is not an easy feat. Mm-hmm. But they could have just made the original level itself be good enough.
I like snow levels, you know? And I would never call this one good.
Fair enough.
Is that it?
This one's stay as a glacier.
Are we going to the next level?
Yeah.
How's your mood, guys?
Little marshy.
Little marshy?
Little mazy.
Little mazy? Well, you're in luck.
Oh, thank God.
Because we're heading to Moody Marsh Maze.
Moody Maze.
Is that what it's called? I have no idea. What is it called?
You guys
Maze
remember?
Marsh.
You guys remember how I just complained about the? You guys remember how I just complained about the last level?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I recall.
I love this level.
Yeah.
I like this level.
I like it and I don't like it.
Okay.
I was really surprised that on my second playthrough, I 100%ed this level. Because I was on Spencer's side. I didn't think I liked this level. But I remember Alex telling me how much he liked it. And then before I knew it, I got everything. I got all the pages, all the quills, and all the alternative items.
I think this is the first example of the game really showing its own identity. If that makes sense. I mean, you could probably label this as like a spooky stage.
Yeah, I was getting Banjo-Kazooie,
The mansion.
The mansion level.
But
right?
even then, it doesn't follow conventional like spooky themes. I think, like, yeah, there's like pumpkins, right, and stuff.
I love those
But, like,
pumpkins because they
there's
actually
also,
turn
like,
and like shine their
some of-
jack-o'-lantern
some of-
light on you.
Some of the NPCs are shopping carts, which does not make any sense.
Yeah, I
They
didn't
grow
get
mushrooms in a garden patch.
But it's just that kind of weird that like sticks out, you know, and it's like, whoa, okay.
I think what they were doing there was trying to make fun of Kartos.
Easy to do.
Like, these are his extended family members.
Can I say it has my favorite ability that you learn? Lizard Lash.
What's that?
I think that's such a
The one where you grab.
I love that Pokemon.
evolves into Lizard Splash. Yeah, where you grab
That's
onto
devolve.
yeah, you grab onto like the little things and it's like a hook shot almost.
Yeah, that's a cool one. I also like. We didn't really talk about the transformation much in the last world because you gave us snow plow and it kind of sucks. I like the school of fish in this world.
Oh, that's okay. So I was talking to Teddy about this. I never got it for this level. I could not figure out how to lower the water.
Aw, it's cool, and it's. I kind of think it borrows ideas from, even though I don't think Mario Odyssey was out, but Mario Odyssey in my mind, because like Mario Odyssey, you get to become the blooper fish and like swim around, and that's also kind of the deal here. You you become like a school of fish, and it's fun.
Like to play as Barracuda, like that's pretty awesome. I don't know. I have to say. I mean, I prefer the cheap, but Barracuda's cool. You really have to do some learning here. Like I tried not to consult the guide. I had to do it for one section, for one pagey in this world. And I really wanted to do it, which I think is testament to the competence of this world. But you have to learn like using the sonar splash to like, explode certain portions under the water, become the barracuda to go through the vines. You need to talk to all the shopping carts. There's a part where like it is an actual maze and like the walls are closing in on you.
That was awesome.
And you need to race it. Yeah, that was pretty intense. I did like that section. I know Alex likes the boss battle here. Is that correct?
Yes, the boss battle, he is super cool. I love the fact that halfway through the boss, they like rise the water, and like you have to use your like swimming abilities along with fighting the boss. It like really adds something to the boss fight. Makes it feel like unique.
Yeah, I loved it.
There's a couple of racing sections.
He's like, oh, sorry. Also, the boss is funny as hell too. He's like, "Get out of my home," or whatever. Like we broke in. Like,
oh, don't you get the underwater ability here too, where you make the bubble, the fart bubble,
which also comes which also comes in handy in the previous two stages.
Yes.
And the rest of the game. I kind of like that fart bubble. This is probably one of the first times that...
Would you stop saying fart bubble?
No, I'm going to keep saying it.
Brings new meaning to Yooka Brown.
It's very useful and makes swimming sections relative ease. I'm trying to bring the DK64 raps back into it.
Do you guys remember the part with the garden?
The mushrooms.
Yes.
Well, there's two, because there's one where you have to sprout mushrooms, and there's one where you have to destroy them.
We have to destroy it. That's my favorite part of this entire fucking game.
Explain. I need to hear the rationale.
I forgot what
here.
the dialogue is exactly, but it's like the guy's like, "Please help me get all these mushrooms out of my garden." And then you like smash them all, and you go back, and he's like, "Here's your pagey," and they're like, "Thanks, enjoy your garden." He goes, "Oh, this isn't my garden." It was just like one of those moments where I stopped and I was like, "What the hell?" It caught me by surprise, and it's like stuck in my brain ever since, and I love it.
The writing is very good.
How sweet.
My only complaint about this game, and you can slowly see it, in my opinion, tapering from the beginning, is that this world seemed very disjointed. It almost seemed like they had like a mouse, and they just like, I want a pagey thing here, and here. And it was just, you could like fly from one area to the next, just do a pagey thing, fly to the next.
I think what sets us apart from the last world, though, is last world, it was pretty easy to traverse, and this world isn't. There's a lot of platform challenges between the areas. So it still keeps you engaged.
This is the only one I was able to 100%. So, I mean, while I do agree that maybe, it is a bit streamlined, I appreciated that, especially in light of the fact that I could not find all of the quills for any of the other worlds on my own. Also, I like the pumpkins.
They're spooky.
What was it you said on that at the last the game talk? It was like, "Oh, I thought you were a pumpkin." I don't know what you said, Spencer. Think of that.
He was making a wolf sound, and I said I thought he was a pumpkin.
Yeah, ooh! Oh, I thought you were a pumpkin. I made me think of that for a second. Sorry.
Typical pumpkin sound.
Best of Bud Mappers 2019. Here we come. Pumpkins. Sound of a pumpkin. Ah, woo!
Listen,
pumpkins.
if Yooka Brown is
pumpkin mappers.
If Yooka Brown is not on the best of 2019 list, I'm gonna be so mad. But is there anything else you guys remember about this world? I think it's a pretty simple world, but I don't think it's a bad thing.
It had a pretty intense underwater section, which I did not expect, but it was pleasantly surprised. Where you're just tooling around underwater, you're having to deal with being blown around. I like that a lot.
And the fart bubbles and stuff.
Yeah, that was good.
Alex has accepted the vernacular.
Was there anything else about this level for you, Teddy, you want to mention?
That you said fart bubbles. And embraced the fart bubble.
While I do like this level, and this may be a controversial opinion, this is not my favorite level. My favorite level is coming up shortly.
You're gonna have to take it from there, man. I introduced the last world, so
I don't know what the hell what is it? Capital Casino? Is
That's
that right?
it.
Yeah, Capital Casino. I like this world a lot. It's probably my favorite area in the game. Even though it's got the worst boss.
We're gonna be at odds, which won't be the first time for us.
I
Alex.
know this is an unpopular opinion. I don't know what Teddy thinks of this world. We haven't talked about this yet, but I know this is an unpopular opinion, and I know a lot of people do not like this area.
bro, this shit glitched on me when I was playing it on my PS4.
What happened?
All right, so there's a section with like some coins behind the wall, and I just flew into a corner of it. This was back in 2017 when I first got the game, and I was so excited. Oh yeah, ukulele, this is so much fun. So I was flying around, and I glitched behind the wall. I got the coins, and then immediately walls started disappearing from sections of this world, and the entire thing was glitched to shit. And I did not understand what was going on. And it was a damn shame because, there were things that I liked about it. I liked the roulette wheels. I liked the timing for those. I even liked the Carto section, and I liked the boss. I know you said you don't, but I thought it was a great challenge, even though I had a hard time with it on my second playthrough. But I did not appreciate that the thing barely ran. After having tried it on the PS4, and then glitched successfully, the game didn't play correctly, and I couldn't get all the coins that I needed to complete the world, which doesn't really matter anyway because I'm having such a hard time completing the game, but it left kind of a bitter taste in my mouth.
I never had that issue. I'm sorry, Teddy.
Yeah, me too.
I hated this world. This is my by far least favorite world. I don't like casinos. I think that every video game that has a casino area, I completely skip over it. This Dragon Quest included. I pass over everything that's casino related in those games. I hate seeing casinos in this game. I thought the whole gimmick of getting coins instead of pages was frustrating. I was like, why aren't you just giving me my pages? Why do I have to get them from this guy? I hated that. I hated being a helicopter because by the time I got the ability to become a helicopter, I had the ability to fly. So it was like that was completely pointless, except for the fact that some of them it was required for a couple little items. So there was that. I really, really did not like. I don't like the idea of like playing a casino game to get coins to then get pages. I thought that the slot machines were, while kind of fun. I like the timing aspect, like Teddy was saying. They were kind of fun, kind of satisfying, but felt very mini game-ish to me. The whole thing just felt very mini game-ish to me, and I did not appreciate that. And
those pinball sections were whack too.
Oh my goodness. The Cardos thing was the worst one of all of them, although I kind of like the Cardos games. That one was rough, and doing that boss fight was frustrating, but also at the same time, I don't know if I hate it just because it felt rewarding to beat.
That boss fight is ass.
I liked it. The only thing was that I destroyed him at the same time as I lost my life. And I had like 10, 11 butterflies or something, for the health meter. And I don't know. I kind of just gave up. I was more prone to wanting to beat the game than to fight the what is he called? The IT guy or something?
He's inept. INEPT. I don't remember what it stands for.
He's really not, though. He's really apt.
Yeah. He took many, many, many tries to beat for me.
Yeah.
I also don't like Capital Casino. I think Capital Casino sucks. You guys have your heads up your butts.
All right, I'll hear you out. Go ahead.
I think this level is, for one, I like how condensed it is. I like how, unlike my issues with the second stage, Glitter Gloop Swamp, whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called again. The glacier place. This level, I think, really did a better job of keeping everything within arm's reach. You never turn a corner. Like, you always turn a corner and be like, oh, here's a thing I could do. Oh, here's a thing I could do. Oh, here's something I can be involved in. And I think this is the first world where I 100%ed the world without, like, having to, like, I mean, of course, I had to go back, like, and expand it, but without taking a break or, like, moving on and coming back. Like, I really went for it in this world. And I don't know why. I do kind of understand the frustration with the whole coin system. I mean, they kind of changed the rules of the game, like, over halfway through the game, It is kind of dumb, but I also do like the fact that it kind of has its own level gimmick. It just kind of make you feel like you're in this giant casino, and some of the games can be a little annoying, but some of the games are fun, and some of the challenges are fun.
I do like that capital B is kind of like on the low, like as a private, coin disperser.
I wish more levels had something like that, because it was charming to see capital B like, hey, I'm not really capital B, I'm a coin dude, like, give me your coins,
Give me your coins.
But I think this one kind of does, like, it kind of subverts a lot of the issues I had with the previous stages where it's not too big.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it feels broken.
Well, your copy was broken. Let's just.
It's not true. That means all copies were broken.
I never had that issue. Did it happen on the Switch?
No, PS4.
But you played it again on the Switch.
I didn't try and do the same thing I did on the PS4 on the Switch.
Because I never had that issue, and I don't know. I think you just had a bad time.
I would like to take a moment and say that the Switch one is slow as hell. Those load times are bad.
I had a lot of slowdown playing it too. There were times where the game just froze for like half a second.
And on this one, when I was playing on the Switch, when I was playing that boss again, by like the 8th try, my jump button stopped working. And the button worked fine because it got me out of menus and allowed me to jump as soon as I returned to the hub. But I think this stage just has some faulty programming that affects the playthrough. I've experienced it twice on different consoles.
You know what? Fuck you guys.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Alex.
Spencer,
That's great for you.
You're the new button mapper. I'm just.
My plan has worked.
So, guys, on to the last stage.
Galleon Galaxy.
Hold on. I like the music in Capital Casino. Okay, let's move on.
Dun 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 dun
Yeah.
dun dun.
No, goddamn, that's Casino Nights. That's the wrong game.
the Sonic music is better. I gotta say.
Well, Sonic music is better, but
That's not. How are you gonna say Sonic music better than Grant Kirkhope's?
I meant the
definitively.
music.
Well, the Casino Night Zone is better, music wise.
Yeah, but you're gonna tell me like fucking Hilltop Zone isn't better? Like okay,
Hilltop's pretty great, I gotta say.
Let's move on to this world.
Which world?
Gallon Galaxy? Gallon Galaxy? Gallon Galaxy.
Gallons of
That's
galaxies.
right, boys. Bring out the milk. Because this galaxy, it's got gallons.
This was a very confusing level thematically.
I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand what they were going for with this one.
It's part Star
Pirates.
Wars, part Pirates.
Yeah, Pirates of the Star Wars Beacon.
/ Jet Force Gemini.
Oh wow! I did not even think of that game at all, and that
Only that game's cool. And this level's kind of not.
Really?
I don't know. I don't know about this level, guys. I know some parts I liked. The boss I liked.
I thought that was the funniest thing.
The boss was funny, yeah. The boss was hilarious.
I didn't even get to re-experience it in the second playthrough, but I just
Aw.
remember it being
Do you
so
remember the boss,
funny.
Spencer?
I never fought this boss.
Oh, Teddy, do you want to explain what happens? Because I explained the last.
I think you turn into the pirate ship. Do you remember that, Spencer?
Yeah.
That's the DN Ray transformation, and you can fire fire, ice, and grenades. And so you blow up like this happy moon creature, and as soon as that happens, his wife comes down and comes in out of retribution to come and destroy you.
She's like, "Oh my God, you killed my husband!"
So
Yes.
nonchalantly, but at the same time furious at you. And you have this intense fight. It's not the hardest boss battle, but it was memorable for sure.
I don't know if I liked getting around on this stage.
I think that in Banjo-Tooie, the witchy world does this world's job better.
Explain.
Because it has those mini games, those that golf or whatever, and something along those lines. But they're not that much fun. But at the same time, I don't know. It's really hard to say, because I really liked some things about this world. I liked how it kind of tested your knowledge of the different licking lash abilities, your ability to pick up the ice homing eggs, and the fire, and then the luminescence, and then the grenades, and then the anchor one.
When you get to this level, is it understood that you're supposed to just be flying everywhere?
Yeah, by this point in the game, you've kind of, because there's that section in Ivory Towers where you just fly, right?
Yeah.
Or at least that's what I did.
Yeah, you have to for that little shortcut through the sewer-ish type place.
I think that kind of breaks the platforming vibe for the end of this game, because in Banjo you could fly, yeah, but you needed feathers and you needed a launch pad.
Except in Banjo-Tooie, as Kazooie exclusively, you could glide.
Yeah, but in this you can just kind of take off whenever, and I think especially with this last stage, it kind of breaks the illusion of it still being a platform.
I agree. I think it did it throughout the whole game.
But in this one, this probably makes the greatest use of the transformation.
Oh, the ship?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did like the ship.
Yeah, it was cool. I think it would have made more sense if you didn't also fly, though.
Yeah, I think what made more sense is this level wasn't also in space. If it was just a pirate level.
Yeah, pick one and just go with it. Maybe they.
Yeah, I think that's one of my big issues was that I just can't tune into it.
There was something drastically missing in terms of exploration here. There's a bunch of toilets on a random platform in the sky, and there was nothing to do with them. And I was so confused.
Wait, there
I was
was.
there has to be something you can do.
There wasn't there? There was one that you could go down and you had to fix the piping.
Yeah, the pipes, right? Yeah. There's that one.
I actually liked
I
that
remember
one.
that one.
That was fun to push those pipes into a spot. I mean, it was a simple puzzle, but
Spencer, are you saying that you're a pipe pusher?
yeah.
Spencer, the pipe pusher, confirmed.
No, now everyone's gonna know.
Best of the Button Mappers 2019, baby.
Yooka Brown.
Yooka Brown podcast.
This world would be up her level.
I think this is, along with the second world. I don't know if I like this world.
I like it more than the casino world.
Fuck you guys. Get out of here with that nonsense.
What is up with the expansion thing, though? And this one, like, literally without the expansion, it's like 3 different little islands. And then when you expand it, it's like huge.
This one I feel like is trying to be an amusement park, and it fails. Because the rest of the game fails at this idea of being amusing. It's not. There's not a single world in this game that I feel like hit that theme about, fun over adventure. Even the casino. The casino should have been fun. That's a recipe for success right there. Pinball,
Spinball?
arcade games.
Spinball?
I should have had so much fun in Casino, but I just remember it for all the wrong reasons. I think Galley and Galaxy could have had potential, but when you sequester it to things like, ukulele golf and like, what else
Shoot
is
these
it?
balloons.
Shoot these balloons, which I actually didn't think it was that big. But the pigs, I don't remember what the hell was going on with the pigs. Fix the robot and like use the eggs. There was something missing here.
I think this level, and I'm going to do one of those classic map out things, which I haven't done the whole map out, where I completely alter the level. I think if this level, instead of trying to mash up a space and pirate theme, if they just like maybe set it up like a theme park or something, and you go into a pirate area, and then you go into a space area, and then you go into a whatever area, I think it would have worked a lot better, because you could have kept the pirate ship transformation. You could have kept some of the space motifs like the boss, but it would have felt a lot less jumbled, I think.
Ooh, man, what if they did a space planet, it was like a circle that you could run around, and it had its own like Mario
Galaxy.
thing.
Yeah, Mario Galaxy.
They could have had something like that, and then pirates. I guess I don't care. Boats. I don't know.
Why are there? I don't get it.
Those are actually the sections I remember the most, though. Like, there's I don't know what the hell you call those little blue guys, but there's one that has a pirate hat on, and he's, like, scared of his own shadow.
Oh, like the minions?
Yeah, the minions or whatever.
The minions. Whatever. I don't know what sound the minions make. I think it did a rabbit. Yeah. The minions, I don't know. We don't support minions on this show.
Yeah, this level was lacking. It screamed we were running out of time.
Yeah, it screamed, finish the game, guys.
Yeah. I would say my favorite is definitely the first one.
Okay.
I think I'm with you, Spence. I really like Tribal Stack Tropics. I think they just hit it home there.
And my least favorite is the casino.
Well, I can't believe you guys liked the snow area more than the casino.
Well, I didn't say
You
that.
didn't say it. I said that. That's
Spencer's saying it.
Yeah, I definitely did. That casino level is the only one I actively didn't like. All the other levels I found enjoyment out of. That one I got the least amount of pages.
I mean, discarding Ivory Towers, because how can you even compare that to any
I
of
liked
these
it more than
worlds?
this. Than Casino. I liked Ivory Towers.
Yeah, I know, but like at the same time, I guess it does have an equal number of pages, just about. So, I mean, it's not that far off. 145, isn't that a weird number of pages to settle on?
I do like the fact that you don't have to have all the pages to finish the game.
Yeah, that's true. 'Cause Banjo-Kazooie, it was like you needed like maybe 5 less than.
Yeah, this gives you some wiggle room. I think this is like, what is it, like 20 less than I think or something like
45
No,
less.
100, so that's 45, yeah.
that? 45. I don't know. That was something
I
like
beat the
that.
game with
You got some
100
big
pages.
breathing room. I
Look at
beat it the
you.
second time with that too, yeah.
So I do like that. So you can have some wiggle room if you don't want to play the awful stages like
Like
the
Casino.
snow stage.
Yeah.
And you want to spend all your time at Casino. You know,
Flying around in a helicopter when you have the ability to fly. Yeah.
you're telling me being a helicopter isn't cool?
When you can fly, yes.
Well, it's cool. Oh, it's cool.
Why would you have a helicopter if you can fly?
Why? Why are you? Punishing? Why are you
What do you
doing that?
remember about the helicopter that was so significant?
I don't know. I don't know. It's cool.
You get to transport one pig to an area of the map that is unspecified, and you have no idea what the hell it is.
I don't know, man. Let me have my fun.
Sure, go ahead.
Well, I mean,
I thought that part was a little hypocritical too, though. I don't know.
you still have a better like movement in the air than you do with your flying ability.
That's questionable. I thought the flying was pretty good.
Did you?
I did. As soon as I figured it out and everything, I got used to it. I liked it.
Even for the final boss battle, which I mean we're getting to, but yeah, I thought it worked.
All right. So far, guys, from what I take it, before we get to the final boss, this game's levels, I think, are like. I'm really not that impressed.
Do you want to rank them real quick? Let's just
Yeah.
go through them.
Number 1 is Casino. Number 2 is Clue Clue Land. And then the rest of them.
That's a bad joke. It is not April Fool's, Alex.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, let's just name them off, and then you guys give me a ranking of like bad, okay, good, very good, amazing,
Okay. Travel Stacks Tropics.
amazing.
Very good.
Good. I would say it's good.
Okay. Glitter Glaze Glacier.
Great.
No, come on,
Just
be
kidding.
honest.
It's,
Yeah.
it's bad. I know. It's bad.
I'm going to say good.
Okay.
Okay. No, I'm going to say okay. Okay. Yeah. That
Yeah. Well, you can be honest. I mean, whatever. It's
No,
good, it's good.
I didn't realize there wasn't. I didn't think about the mid being okay. Yeah, that's what I would do.
All right, cool. Moody Maze Marsh.
Great.
Good.
Yeah, I'm a good. All right. Capital Casino.
Clue Clue.
Great. Oh! Ow!
It's okay.
I've been shot.
It's okay.
I've been shot by Yooka Brown.
It's somewhere between Clue Clue Land and Legend Jumpers.
Ooh.
Man, I don't get it. I like that stage. I think it's good. Great. I think it's great.
I hope it glitches on you. Galley and Galaxy.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I guess. I want to say good, but it's just not.
Okay, so we all, even though yours is different than mine, we all only have one stage that we consider bad.
I didn't have any that were bad. I had one that was Clue Clue bad.
I thought you
I had no bad.
Well, you say Clue Clue, and that's exactly what it is. It's bad.
I didn't think any were bad, Alex. I got to be honest. I think that several were okay, several were good, and then one was
so
amazing.
Teddy didn't have it bad. Okay.
Except for one of them, it glitched out to the point where he couldn't play it anymore.
And I said it was okay, regardless. Yeah. Even though it glitched on me, it was okay.
It was okay because he never had to go
It
back.
wasn't the worst thing. Like, I still played it.
Ugh. So what do we think of the boss?
Here we go. I don't like it, man.
Captain P.
This boss fight should have been cooler. The lead up sucks. Spencer, I know you like the trivia questions. That's kind of the lead up to
My
this.
favorite part of the game.
Take it away, Spence.
I hated the trivia. I couldn't stand it. I don't know why that's part of a platforming game. I didn't think it was funny. I thought it was hair-pullingly frustrating and artificial elongation. I want it stricken from the game's code. That's what I think.
Well, on the other hand, I don't know. The questions were okay. They were funny. I like the duck.
What do you think, Teddy? You're
About
the tiebreaker.
The questions.
Questions.
The
should they
boss?
stay or should they go?
the quiz?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, no, that was boring. He said he was done already by that point. I think that was a waste of time.
You're overruled, Alex.
I think that the boss fight here with capital B by the time I got there, except for seeing him in the casino area, what did I know about this guy? Why did I care? The thing that kind of drew me to the Grunty boss fight, even though I don't remember I liked that one or not. I don't remember what I said in the map out. I don't remember if we can talk. Did we talk about that much in the map out?
Yeah, I think you said it was a bit of a difficult boss for you.
I liked it. I know I liked the thematic value of being on top of the layer. Anyway, but going through the first Banjo game, you would constantly Grunty would taunt you constantly. You would find her sister, was it Brintilda or whatever, and she'd be like, "Oh, Grunty used to wear dirty underwear" or something. I don't know. It was just stupid stuff. But you're always kind of like Grunty this, Grunty that, Grunty as you're going through her lair. Capital B is there, and I'm ready to fight him. But what do I care?
I gotta second that, man, because I had enough pages to fight Capital B the first time I had it on the PS4, and you have to remember that I got the PS4 just so that I could play Ukulele, and I didn't do it. I didn't fight Capital B. It was a year before I picked up the game again, and I just said, you know what the hell, I'll fight Capital B. And even the second time doing it, it really wasn't stand out. There are better boss battles in this game than Capital B. Mm-hmm. And Capital B is okay. It has several phases. It's challenging, but I just don't care.
Some of the phases in that game seemed really cheap. Like, he would shoot bees at... The first one is he shot bees at you. Did you just...
Yeah, I'd use like a sonar at you to go... Wah!
Use the sonar, yeah. You got to use the shield.
I just used I used the shield, and then they just went away.
Yeah, and then you bump into him, and then you tail whip him a bunch of times.
And then towards the end, like where he's like, you're on the roof, and he's like butt slamming everything, you can just use the shield there, too.
The only one that I found cheap was whenever you're flying around, he's shooting the stinger at you.
Yeah, but if you go the reverse direction as him, it may help your chances of getting them to fly into him.
Well, that game's got such great flying controls, as Spencer said.
Yes.
I think it's wonderful.
But if you use the tonics, because it's play tonic. Oh.
But that requires me to talk to the fridge.
Don't you like the fridge?
She's scary. She shows up in my nightmares.
Yeah, the final boss, the Capital B fight was more... It was really, really easy until the end for me, and then it was like, I have no idea what you're wanting me to do. And then I figured it out, and probably took like 20 tries.
I'll tell you what, though, as much as I don't care about this boss thematically, and I don't really like the boss fight, I enjoy the aftermath.
Yeah. Learning that the book is just a MacGuffin was great.
There's that. Yeah, and then the duck's like, oh, like it's we're the true organization is, I'm watching over Capital B because the organization wants this, and there's like they're about to discover this big cryptic evil plot, and then Blasto comes in and he's like, is this the nurse's office? And then he like coughs and this like blows him up. That's the end.
Well, except for VILE, the evil corp organization is still looking for the book.
But it's just the fact that like you had this big boss fight with Capital B, and it's all for nothing. Blasto just shows up and coughs, and then it ends the game. And then like and they're like, "Oh, Blasto's a hero."
Yeah. Oh, okay. So that's why you think Blasto's the greatest.
That is like one of the funniest parts of the entire game, and I absolutely love it. It's just like it's the only platformer that like at the end they're like, he did it, the other character did, not you, Blasto. It just made me laugh.
What did you think, Teddy? What did you think about all that?
You sound like one of the sound.
He built it up for like a year. He said he didn't beat him for like a year, and then he beat it, and meh. Oh, he's actually speaking.
I want to put some text on screen.
Yeah. Just says meh.
Please insert subtitles here. I don't know. I really don't. I just I wanted to like it more. I could see they were trying to go for the grunty Banjo-Kazooie one boss battle style. I don't think it was nearly as challenging as it needed to be, but at the same time, the challenge that was there was like it felt a little cheap at times. I didn't like rolling around in the sonar shield. I never liked the sonar shield to begin with, and I Capital B is just not a memorable villain. I didn't find him intimidating. He's got a stupid smile on his face. The duck is dumb. You know, I much prefer Klungo if you're going to take it back to Banjo days. And it's a reminder that I could be playing Banjo Kazooie or Banjo Tooie.
Talking about how stupid Capital B looks reminds me when I first bought this game. Somebody else saw the case and they saw him in the background and they go, "Hey, is that guy from Despicable Me?"
Oh, I totally thought that.
And I was like, "Oh."
I totally thought that. Yeah.
You know, it's crazy to think about this because Spencer, you're new. I mean, you've listened to the map outs, but you're new to the map out experience. Of really like being a part of it. And I'd be curious to see what your take is here. But going into a map out, I never have it in my head the way that it's going to turn out.
Okay.
I honestly thought going into this map out today that, I enjoyed Ukulele and I'm going to be respectful towards it. And, it's going to be all as well. Like, it's still a good game at the end. But maybe it's not. Maybe it's not a very good game after all.
I still enjoyed it. And I still...
Yeah.
I still think it did recapture that Rareware platformer vibe, which is what they were going for, which is why I applaud them. Because it did make me feel like I was playing an old school Rareware platformer. But I could easily see why there was so much of an uproar whenever the game came out.
How many of these stages did we say were good, at least?
I liked all of them but one. But good? Okay.
Wait, no,
I have two.
because you said Galleon Galaxy wasn't good. You said that was okay.
Oh,
and you
okay,
said
okay,
Glitter
so
Glaze was
3.
bad.
So 3. I liked 3 of them.
I like 2. But the other 2 were okay. And then there was a fifth one that we probably just should never talk about again.
Yeah, I know. We'll never talk about Glacier again. I know.
So 3 of us say either 2 or 3 out of 5. Like, that's a 60% ratio of, like, game levels that are good. Not even, like, amazing, good.
So how would you improve this map?
Well, I think, you got to take it back to the origins of the map out. Nah, I'm just playing. But if you think back to what we said earlier about, like, how the expansion technique may not have been in the best interest of this game. They needed more levels here. There's just no substance to this. If they just added 2 more worlds here, of the same caliber as these ones, there might be some potential.
I think if they focused on smaller worlds, they could have maybe added more variety.
I disagree with that because I think if you reduce these to their original size, that even less of these worlds would be memorable.
I think to redesign this map, it would take one major change, which would lead to a lot of minor tweaks to every map, and that is remove flying.
I agree, and and like I said with the Galleon Galaxy thing, I don't really like that stage much. It's I think it's okay because I did enjoy some of it, but overall as a platforming stage, I think it falls flat because of the flying, and I think once you get that flying technique, yeah, it does kind of make the game a little too open.
I'll tell you what, though, Spence, I wouldn't have liked Tribal Sack Tropics nearly as much if you took away flying.
I think there's a way to do it where you don't have to fly.
Situational. They could have made the flying situational.
Like they could have instead used like a gust mechanic or something, to where you could glide.
They could have, like I said earlier, Banjo 1 did the flying just fine, or but 2 as well. With the launch pads, and you needed a certain amount of feathers, you could still fly. The second stage in that game is fantastic. I think me and Teddy went over that in our video. It was fantastic, and you get there's a lot of verticality, and and you can fly around, but you can't fly whenever you want. So there's still a good platformer challenge throughout the rest of the game.
Yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed the flying, but at the same time, to me it diminished the levels. So there's like a weird balance there.
Okay.
In spite of this being a faulty game, which I've been reluctant to say, even after just playing it a second time, despite our map out here today, I love that sequel.
Oh, the sequel's good?
I think this game, I still like this game, and I'm still gonna be, if someone's like, oh, should I play Ukulele? I'm like, yeah, go ahead. And like even though the Impossible Lair changes up the formula, I'm always like, man, I really hope they try the 3D platforming formula again, because I think they were onto it.
Yeah, they're close.
Yes.
And they took away moves for the Impossible Lair. You don't have a double jump.
Boo.
The Impossible Lair is great, but it's its own beast.
Mm-hmm.
And I would not appreciate the Impossible Lair if I hadn't played this game first.
Mm-hmm.
So even though I think this game is problematic, I'm fond of it and just ever so slightly, like somewhere in the middle maybe, the worlds and the characters. I think they are pretty cool.
I can tolerate some shit. I'm a Sonic fan. So I'm used to having to tolerate some shit.
You made Spencer's day.
So, listen, I'm a Sonic fan, but I'm an honest Sonic fan. So, having to, go through this map, maybe realize, like, hey, the game's not as great as I thought it was. But I'm not gonna go like sit here and say that I hate the game now, or like I didn't enjoy it, or like even when it came out I didn't have a great time, because I did. And for what, the 2 years after that, I still like, oh man, I can't wait to do the ukulele video, or I need to do a ukulele video or something like, like kind of along those lines. It's just doing a video like this where we dissect it really does show its flaws up close and personal.
Yeah.
But I think we all still appreciate it. And I really appreciate the laughs today. Those first 10 minutes had me cracking up.
Well, when you're trying to do, sometimes, guys, you don't understand how things can affect the podcast. Like it's just sometimes things don't work out the way you want to, and I think by the third time we were all just in a state of defeat.
Bro, I did not think we could go any longer than Super Mario Odyssey, but god damn it, it was gonna be Ukulele.
God.
Yeah.
Wait, have we gone longer? No, we haven't.
My recording says 1:86:53.
Mine says 1:26. I think you're.
Yeah, couldn't.
Oh, maybe it's 86 minutes then.
There you go.
Yeah, are you overlapped or something? Yeah, I say because we still haven't beat the Odyssey. Odyssey was still 2 hours.
I was gonna say though, like, holy shit, like,
No,
have we really
Odyssey is
been
way too
talking that long?
big. Actually, there's no way this game could be longer than
With
Odyssey's
5 damn
speed.
maps. It got close though.
Spencer, how did you like the map out experience, and what did you take away
I think
from
you
it?
made a good point that you really start to see the flaws, and also not necessarily just the flaws though. I mean, some positives you didn't even think about, like you take for granted when you do an actual map out and you really piece everything together. I didn't even think about Galleon Galaxy almost at all. It was almost an afterthought. It was like, oh, this isn't as bad as the casino, so I'll just go through it. I didn't necessarily piece together just how it was affected by the different mechanics you've learned at that point, such as flying and whatnot. So I thought that made me kind of look at it from a new perspective. And I like that you said that, yes, we're seeing a lot more flaws than we thought, but in no way would I say it's a bad game.
Yeah, well, it's just like doing a map out. It's hard to find a game without flaws,
Right.
Yeah.
So I think you would like an ugly child. You just love it for what it is, even though you might kind of hate it.
Like, I think the only map out Teddy and I have done that has had like maybe the majority of the map without flaws was the Sonic 2 one.
Yeah, that was the first.
And even that, the ending was rough.
Yeah, you guys were like, just skip the ending.
Yeah. So, like, it's hard to do a map out video and be like, it was great, it was great, it was great, it was great, because no game's going to have that.
Even Super Mario Odyssey, which has released to rave reviews, and I mean, granted, some people on YouTube are critical of it, but I didn't expect to say negative things about it. I didn't expect to like look at a world and be like, oh, that was kind of like not impressive.
I think
Hey,
we had
yeah.
better things to say about Ukulele than we did some of the worlds in Odyssey, to be honest. Because I know some of them in Odyssey, we were like, why is it here? What is the
I don't think
point?
there's a casino in Odyssey.
If only there was.
Then I would not play it.
So, having done this, guys, final thoughts on Ukulele.
Play it. It plays like Banjo-Kazooie, I assume.
Yeah, I mean, because that's the thing, right? Is people get intimidated to play it because they see all the negative press. But I really do encourage you to just put your own thoughts into it. It's been 2-3 years now. Don't let what people say deter you. Experience the ukulele experience for yourselves.
Yuka Brown. I think if you are a Rareware fan, like I am, I love Rareware. I've within the last couple of years, I had completed the entire 64 catalog for Rare. I have all the 64 releases, and I absolutely love their games. I love the humor, of course, and I love just their games have a certain feel that nothing else has. And if anything, even over the sequel, I think this game recaptures that feel. So if you are a Rare fan, I think this game is definitely worth it. Is it worth it? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically Banjo 3E.
No, that's nuts and bolts.
We've come full circle.
That's right.
Well, Yuka Brown. We had
go out on a rap.
We had a mental breakdown at the beginning of the video.
It was amazing. Would do again.
Do a good.
It was worth it.
Hey, listen. If you don't open your podcast hysterically laughing and crying, like I don't know what you're doing with your life.
Probably some good things. You're probably doing it right. That's what it sounds like.
With that said, man, Spencer, man, thanks for joining the map.
Thanks for having me. This was a blast.
Thanks, sir, Blasto. Thanks for
Could
playing.
could you call it a blasto?
Thanks for playing Ukulele just for us.
No, it was fun. I'd love to do it, and if you ever need me again.
Oh, the Sonic 06 map out will happen.
Yeah. I can't wait to watch it.
That's my cue. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Yuka Brown, I'm going to town. I don't like to frown. My eyes are round, and I'm touching the ground.
I'm new in town.
Hey, this is my rap.
Okay.
What, you think you could do better?
Button mappers. He's the leader of the bunch. His name's Teddy.
He's ready.
He's finally
ready.
up.
Oh, okay.
And ready.
You know this game has a rap, Spencer?
No.
A what? You don't? Oh my gosh. It does. You should look it up.
I think I'm gonna do that.
You got
Like the
ukulele.
a lizard and a bat. What's up with that?
I'd rather play
It's-
with a really cool cat,
No, that's not part of the rap.
or maybe even.
That's a good spiritual successor.
Yeah, it's. This is the
Did you
this is
call it
3E.
a Spencer Tui.
Yuka Brown out.
Yeah.
Yuka Brown.
Thanks, guys. It's been a pleasure.
Lots of perks. Subscribe to
Touch,
the Itch Networks.
touch that subscribe button.
Touch the button. Touch the button.
Touch the subscribe button. Ring the
Why don't you go ahead and
subscribe
map that button? Map that button right there.
Just creepy.
Button mappers. We're out.
Why won't you touch the button? Why won't you touch the button?
Just touch the subscribe button, please. I beg you.
A little late to be asking for that, don't you think?
Touch the button.
All right, I gotta get out of here, guys.
I feel like I'm
I
high.
gotta pee.
Yeah, me too.
Hey y'all, don't forget to subscribe to them button mappers.